So, hello everyone, this is just a short video request that one of my friends, Gareth, made for DCS A-4E. This is a free module made by the community, and I will say this is my second day I've flown it, and I'm just stunned by it. It's almost, I guess, commercial quality level. Well, of course, it has no big support from Eagle Dynamics, so the guys worked on it for about 3 years. So, guys who made it, you know who you are. But this is just a simple startup procedure for the A4. I'm not going to put any weapons on it. It's simply cold and dark startup. This is the way I do it. I do have the NATOPS for it, but since I was requested to do a more, just a more simple startup, then we'll do it that way. So, put on your game pants and let's start this product. So, first of all, A4 compared to the aircraft does not have a battery. It was made for carriers, and it requires a high-pressure air start or a huffer connected to it. Usually carriers have that built in the deck. This mod actually comes with one, so we're going to use that. First of all, before we start, we're going to ask the ground crew to connect the ground power. Ground electrical power.
Chief, turn on the ground power.
And we're going to see here a 1960s style generator tied to the aircraft.
Ground power is now on.
There's the huffer. It's on. There you can see. Well, this is the Argentine Navy skin, but there you go. There's this sound that probably is a bug still that hasn't been completely eliminated, but it's a brand new module. I think it's even in the alpha state, so there we go. So, to the startup. So, first of all, we need to, of course, start and set our radios. So, I think this is 252 megahertz here. Still, there's this debug output, which I hope the guys will remove soon. Let's remove the squelch. Then we have the TACAN. So, we want to go to another airport, which is a TACAN on channel 44. Okay. We don't need to turn these on, but at least the comms radio needs to go on. Next, well, we will need to set our altimeter, and it's already set for us. This is perfect weather, so no point in doing anything else. Okay, we need to figure out what's our present position and where we want to go. So this is Doppler navigation system, which is very similar to if you use the MI8, very similar to that. It uses latitude, longitude, so only degrees, minutes, north, east, west, and south, for your present position and your destination. You can, of course, enter your magnetic variation, wind speed, and direction. There's no wind here, so I will not be doing that. So let's set our Doppler navigation system before we even start up. So we are here. So we are at 43.26 and 39.55. Now there's a bug with the latitude window for the present position, so I hope that gets fixed soon. So this is our destination. It has different modes, but well, this is set for us. So basically, I just did. Namely, you should set this. Once they fix this will be a lot clearer, but that's how it is. So we want to go to another waypoint. So I actually have a waypoint on the map, which is, I think, 4150. Let's set it here in your destination window. Now this is not an INS, and I think it's 4177. Now if you rotate counterclockwise, you go east. Clockwise, it sets towards the west. So when it reaches 0 and you go clockwise, you will start setting your west hemisphere latitude. So we set this to 41. Yeah. Longitude to the east. Let's see, I have this waypoint marked here on the map. It was at 41.47. My apologies. So let's set this to 47. Now we know that the magnetic variation here is about 6.4 or 6 degrees. Please correct me if I make a mistake, so I'm going to set that. I'm not going to set any wind. 6.4. There's no wind that I need to set. Now I will request a startup. Okay, we can set our radar altimeter bug also before we even start. This is still a bit buggy, but I think it's usable. It seems to go. It seems to have a mind of its own. It's a bit slow and rotate, but anyway, you should set this. This doesn't require engaging the standby ADI, so startup. First of all, we need to start up the engine. I'm going to close the cockpit. The oxygen system is located here, but it does not work. So for the startup, what you need to do is very simple. You push the ignition button. The engine will power up. At 5%, you go to idle, the ignition. At 15%, we push the throttle again. To idle. And now the engine will spool up quite slowly. But this is pretty much the engine startup. Of course, now we can actually turn on our TACAN. We have here, of course, you have here the instrumentation lights, so you can turn these on. Consoles, emergency bypass for generator, but you don't need to do any of that. It's usually set preset. You have here the external lights, so it's very simple. Cabin pressure, air conditioning system, pitch hold, attitude hold, stall warnings, anti-icing, and so on. But these are not functional yet. Hopefully they will be functional soon. We can also turn on our countermeasures. We can set this to auto, and we can turn on our gun sight, which here should be about where it's at its brightest. And can be set to day or night based on what you need. Now, of course, here, of course, I would be doing some tests if I was in the field. Quick test. Elevators. Ladder. Ailerons. Now we can check also the spoilers. We can arm them. When the spoilers are armed, then we can disarm them. We should warm up our radar, of course, our Doppler radar. So we have a startup timer here. We can also put our terrain following radar to standby. We can put this to operational in the air. Here you have some other controls for antenna tilt, but of course you can turn on whatever you need. It's not exactly rocket science. The other test that I have not done yet is flaps. So whenever you have flaps, you can go up and down. This is cool. So one thing about this, I know this is A4, I don't know about. So if you push until the flaps run a little bit, and I don't leave it to the end, you can see it stays just only some of the way down, not fully down. And now flaps should be at full. Now we can actually ask the warm up for the radar is complete. We can set it to land navigation. We can put this as a search radar, or just, I guess what we want is the terrain mapping system. Now we need to get rid of the buffer, so that's quite simple. We just tell the ground crew to
Chief, turn off the ground power.
So if you move, the buffer will also disappear. For some reason, that is just as I told you, it has nose wheel steering, so there is also a nose steering key that you might need to bind, but it's nothing really that serious. But there you go. So in essence, set up your navigation systems, start up your radar. Set up your navigation system, set up your radios, start the engines, and activate the other systems. And I will try to do another video doing it by the NATOPS. Of course, some systems don't work, so there's nothing I can do about that, sadly. But as you can see, it's a very simple system to start. This is a very primitive radar. I actually find it quite entertaining. It does do terrain mapping quite well, but that's all there is to it. So again, set your navigation system, your present position, and your first waypoint or your destination if you just want to fly, you know, a beeline to from point A to point B. Connect your ground power, set your radio, talk to the tower, get permission to start, connect the hover, set your Doppler to start your engine, set your Doppler to standby, prepare your terrain following radar, set your altimeter, set your radar altimeter bug. It does have, I think, the speed indexers as well. I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, you can also set the. You should be able to set the indicated airspeed index as well. If you, let's say, you want to calculate that you a certain takeoff speed, so you want an indexer set to that, you can do that as well. But anyway, that's pretty much all there is to it. I don't know exactly what the lapse timer is. Of course, it has an adjustable gun sight, so you can do whatever you like with it. What I do like about it here, you do have, for example, a trim indicator. So I'm using the trim. See, also I don't have set the rudder trim, but you also have that. Regardless, going over it one more time. So set navigation, request startup, connect hover, start engine, set up the rest of your systems as desired, and that's about it. It's quite simple. There is another video made by the makers of the add-on, but if you have questions, feel free to just drop me a line. Anyway, thank you for watching this. This is a very simple add-on, but I actually enjoy flying it a lot. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. And if you have more requests, let me know.